This is another episode of Lessons from the Divorce Wars. So if you are a small business owner, do not make the mistake of just entering your business tax return or the Schedule C on your personal return and think that's all you need to do to satisfy a court's analysis in regards to your income for support purposes or child maintenance purposes. It does not. So when a court is analyzing income for support or spousal maintenance purposes, it can conduct the equivalent of a tax audit. So if the IRS were to audit you, do you just submit the tax return and say that's all I need to do? No. The IRS is going to require two things. They're going to require that you submit both proof of payment of all of your expenses, and they are going to require that you submit the bills, the receipts, and the invoices corroborating all the expenses in the first place. The reason for that in the support or spousal maintenance context is quite simple, which is opposing counsel or the court is not required to take your word for it. So they will take a look at what you are actually paying. So it may not be a shocker that people dummy up their returns with expenses they don't actually incur, and or that they dummy up the return with personal expenses that are paid out of the business account. That's why we have to produce the itemized invoices or bills showing what you are actually paying for your business. To break this down a little further, I'll use a personal example. If I'm paying for an expense for my law office and I need to prove what that is, then I would produce, as an example, the Staples.com invoice showing what I purchased at Staples for my law office. Then I'm going to show my bank account statement that shows I actually paid Staples the money for that invoice. That's how you do it. And ultimately, for any given tax year, you're going to have to produce hundreds of documents corroborating all those expenses, especially if your business is a high-income business. So be prepared for that. There is a lot of documentation which needs to go in to prepare your case properly. And if your attorney is not preparing that, then you need to switch counsel ASAP. Call my office for a consult.